Hello and welcome to Wilde. Today I'm back with Sam Martin. It has been a hot minute since we chatted. We chatted about a year and a half ago, something like that, back in lockdown. So
It was a very
it was a long time ago. So we're back and we want to find out what you've been up to. But for those who may not be familiar with your music just yet, could you give us a little bit of a rundown again of what your music is?
absolutely, yeah. So I'm a singer-songwriter, kind of alternative pop rock, I guess you could call it. And yeah, I have a band called Lakes, and I also have my own solo music, which is what I'm going to be releasing more of in the new year. But yeah, I started recording a load of new stuff kind of midway through this year, and it's sort of slightly more R&B and soul influenced. I think Lakes leans more towards the pop side of things, which is really fun. But I think just sort of soulfully as a songwriter, I really wanted to dive back into some stuff I was inspired by. So it's very bluesy, it's very chill, it's very soulful. There's a lot more guitar on it. There's a lot more space, I think is probably the best way to put it. And yeah, and it's really fun.
Obviously, last time we spoke quite a lot about Lakes. Today, we're going to focus on your solo stuff. As you said, you have been releasing some new music and also have been gigging as well. Could you tell us a little bit more about what have been your favorite gigs you've done this year?
Yeah, definitely. So we did Glastonbury and we did Truck, which was incredible. We played Truck as a band and we played Glastonbury. I played that as a solo show and it was so fun. But those were definitely two standout sort of pinch me moments. I think I didn't really, even when I was stood there at Glasgow, I didn't really believe that it was happening. And the same thing happened at Truck, and we just headlined Old Blue Last and Shoreditch. We're doing a couple of headline shows at the Camden Assembly in the new year. So yeah, it's been a pretty constant year. But I think I'm gonna have to say Glastonbury. I mean, you can't not like you know
It is the biggest festival in the world. To get the opportunity to play it's obviously incredible, and Track Festival is amazing as well. And hopefully there'll be loads more festivals for you lined up in 2023. You mentioned you're playing the Camden Assembly on the 20th of January. What can we expect from that show?
that will be. I think the best way to put that is it's going to be kind of the amalgamation of everything that I've done so far. It's going to be a bit of Lakes. It's going to be me on my own. It's going to be the trio. I had like a kind of blues soul trio thing going on before Lakes. So I feel like it's just going to be a good overarching combination of everything, which is a show I've always wanted to play. I've always wanted to just bring everything into one night. And that's what we're going to do. So hopefully it all goes off. Hopefully I remember all the lyrics to all the older songs because my memory is slipping with the further away songs get in my brain, the more I have to really sit and think about it in rehearsals. But it should be all right. I can get a teleprompter if not, but hopefully not.
Well, you have a lot to celebrate, obviously playing those big festivals this year. And also your single, Do You Know Me, hit over 200,000 streams as well, which is it's pretty insane. How does that feel to have that many people listening to you?
That was wild. I didn't really put a great deal of when that song came out. I'd kind of done the PR, done the EPK, all the prep you do, all the boring stuff, and I just kind of let it sit. I didn't. It was one of those songs that like it came out. I'd worked on it, mixed it, mastered it, and then it was released. I didn't really pay it as much attention as everything else, and the numbers just sort of crept up and up and up and up and up. And yeah, it was so bizarre. I just woke up one day and my manager was like, this has just hit, nearly 2,000 streams, and then it hit over 2,000, sorry, 200,000, and then that's it. It's just climbing up. But I'm so grateful because all of the stuff as a solo artist was just me, just doing it all by myself. No team behind me, no anything. I have a bit more of that now, but it's still predominantly just me. So it's very humbling and I'm very, very grateful. Yeah.
No, absolutely. And obviously that's a huge amount of listeners. And like you said, sometimes when we're just creating stuff and putting it out there and not worried about the numbers and the promotional side of things, it tends to pick up and everyone sees just the love behind the songs, and
Mm.
that's more than enough to get it some attention. And obviously you've got a new single as well, Say It For You. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, Say It For You is that's like a really long story, but I won't go into the whole story of it, but um it came out, the original version, which was like an acoustic version, came out like nearly 2 years ago. And then I kind of, went into the studio and recorded it again. And I feel like it's that one song for me that just means the most. And I love playing it live. It's always the one we kind of get people involved with live. And that's, I don't know if I'm allowed to have a favorite song of like that, but my favorite song to play live, I would say it's probably Say It For You. But it's just about having to have a really hard conversation with someone and just say, hey, look, I don't think this is working, and I think this is probably in both of our interests if this doesn't carry on. And I think the thing with that song is it's applicable to a few different situations, because it could be with a friend or someone you love or family member, and I feel like it's the one that's resonated with people the most. And I still love playing it. It's so fun. I get to play, like a 30-second guitar solo in it when we play it live as well. So my guitar nerd enjoys that song greatly.
And what are you working on next?
At the moment, as I'm going to be releasing a new single in January, called Heart Won't Run, which I think a few people might have remembered from the summer when we played it as a band. But that is going to be out just under my name. And I love that song. It was really fun playing it at shows. It's very summery, and I feel like it's funny that I'm releasing it just as we're treading into winter. But you've got to give someone, well, you've got to give people something to look forward to with summer. So it's a summer song coming out in the dead of winter, basically. But yeah, that'll be out at the end of January, and just shows, just loads of shows, and the new EP will come out probably pretty soon after that, and that's it. Busy year.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much, Sam. We're looking forward to both hearing the new single, the new EP, and hopefully seeing you at many, many festivals next year. Thank you so much for chatting to us today. If you haven't checked out Sam's stuff, it's all linked down below. So go and check him out on socials, on all the streaming platforms. It's all there.
Thank you so much.